Hey, this is an update on my sourdough starter. This is like day 9 or something. On day 1, we put in, what was it, a cup and a half of spelt flour to a cup and a half of water. Now, it took me a little bit longer to do this because I wasn't paying attention that I'd had distilled water. I should have just been using purified water. So it took a little longer to do its thing. I actually am making bread now. I said I was going to do a video on that, but I'm just going to give you an update on this sourdough and then show you what I do for the beginning of the bread. Now, if you remember on day 1, no, it was day 2. On day 2, I was feeding my sourdough, which was you take a portion of it out and you throw it away, and then you add more flour and more water. On about day 4, I started adding white flour to it to feed it instead of my spelt flour. But as you can see, this hasn't been fed since yesterday, and you can see the bubbles that it is alive. So when I make my bread, instead of throwing this away now because it's ready and it's active now, that same amount that I was taking out, which at this point I'm only going to take out 3/4. So this is a 1/4 cup I have here. So 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so that's 3/4. So from this point, I am going to feed my sourdough again. So I'm going to add 3/4 cups more of flour to it. This is actually unbleached flour. So 3/4 cups of flour with 3/4 cups of purified water. And to this, I'm going to do the same thing because I actually want to have like 1.5 cups of starter in here. So to this 3/4 cups of starter, I'm going to add 3/4 cups of flour and 3/4 cups of water to it. And I'm going to let this sit for maybe about 5-6 hours, and I'm going to let it so that I'm actually feeding this too to make the cup and a half that I need. I'm going to feed this, and then later on I'm going to come back and I'm going to actually make the bread, and I'm going to show you. I got the recipe, the base of the recipe from Ijahi, but I kind of tweaked it a little bit because I like my bread to actually taste like bread and not sourdough. So I'm going to come back and a little later and show you how I make the bread. So this is the update on my sourdough and the first part of how I make my bread. Okay, thanks for watching.